This episode of The Horror Basement is brought to you by Mass Destruction Clothing. Go check them out at massdestructionclothing.com.
Hi, I'm Bill Mosley, and you're in the Horror Basement with Jim Jam and Johnny Leroy. Lick my plate, you dog bitch.
Welcome to The Horror Basement, Tennessee Horror News Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Johnny Leroy. And as always, we got this man, Jim Jam, here with us.
Jim Jam here.
What's up, guys? So on today's podcast, we are streaming this live. You can hear this on Scurryface Radio at scurryface.com, SCURRY face.com, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., Monday through Sunday. That's every day.
Yes, you can hear us every day.
Yeah, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Scurryface Radio. And also, we want to give a shout out to CML Entertainment, Chris and his wife Storm over there, being on the podcast last week. If you like horror movie reviews, but you don't like to read about it, and you like to watch videos instead, he's the man. He's the man to check out.
If you like horror movie reviews, but you don't
like to read about it. And we got Jim Jam
my bad,
watching our own shit. I don't know why he's trying to pull it up on his phone, even though we got it on the fucking TV.
I was just making sure sound worked, damn it.
But, like I was saying, if you like movie reviews, indie horror movie reviews, but you don't like reading, right?
Yeah, listen to CML, Chris and Storm.
On CML Entertainment at YouTube.
You don't see Storm, but you hear.
She's behind a lot of it. And also, they're on Instagram and Twitter and all that. So, hit them up, follow them.
Oh, show.
And follow us on every social media. And like I was saying before,
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, kind of
Horrormino.
Yeah, Horrormino.
But like I was saying before, this is live, so it won't be live when this is on the other stuff. But
no.
But anyways, so what we're talking about today, today, the time has passed, right? But. Yeah. Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival are our trials. Several trials there, right?
I mean trials.
And tribulations there.
Oh yeah, there were some tribulations, all right.
But it was fun. We had a good time. We say, I don't know if you're gonna put. Did you ever post that one video of us, me, you, Luce?
No, I ain't posting that on.
Well, I mean, are you gonna post that video?
Yeah, that's gonna go up when this goes on YouTube. This will be
that video be part of it?
Yeah, that's going to be on there. Oh. Then we got 2 interviews. One's not video, it's just audio. Because apparently.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're wrestling fans. If you didn't.
Too sweet.
But we say that we almost died there, but technically it just makes it sound better. We didn't really almost die.
But even though me and Johnny had to hold down the tent from flying away.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
There's a couple other people that helped. There was one guy that didn't.
Yeah, but,
We're not going to talk about him, but there was a guy that didn't help
watching,
shit. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Fuck you, dude. Man, that was a douchebag move.
Oh, yeah.
I know you guys sell merch, but fuck you. Oh, my bad. We wasn't going to say that, was it? No, we did. Oh, well, it's too late.
Oh, we don't get no monetization on YouTube any day.
No, I'm saying we wasn't going to diss him, but we just did, so.
Oh,
we ain't calling out names is what we ain't doing.
I don't even know his name.
Well, we seen his merch.
I don't even remember his merch.
I don't either. He wasn't that.
It wasn't that important. So.
But we had a good time. Jim Jam fell down in front of D. Wallace.
Yeah.
To start the whole thing. Yeah, tell that story.
All right, I go in and to get our table or whatever, and I'm looking for Ben Dixon, the owner of all this.
Owner, curator, whatever you want to say.
And he, I found him, and I was going back upstairs so we can get our stuff in to set up. And I'm running up the steps, and I got my big-ass Converse Chuck Taylors on. Sweet-ass shoes, by the way. Not comfortable, but anyways. my big clown foot hit the edge of the step, and I tripped up the steps. Well, when I did this, I hear someone say, "I didn't see that." I look up, and yeah, Dee Wallace is laughing at me. So, yeah, that's my first meeting of Dee Wallace is me tripping up the steps.
That was her first impression of you.
Yeah, that too.
But she always remembered the big guy that tripped up the steps, maybe.
Yeah.
So, you got that going for you.
Yeah. I hope next time I see her, she'll be like, "Oh, appreciate it, Matt." Oh, he's talking about my
I know,
bullet
I
club.
see.
Oh, that's it.
I can read.
He's got an awesome shirt too, though. That's the Click, the originators.
Yeah, that's the original Click, man. Yeah.
But Matt, I can't wait to work with you on that mask. Or kind of are, I guess, in a way. But you want me to talk about that?
I don't know.
Matt Scott, he's a special effects makeup artist in Nashville, and he's making me a custom mask.
For what? Hey, Matt, make sure it's like for a baby, because one day I'm getting this motherfucker in a diaper and a bib, and he's going to be in a horror movie wearing a diaper and a bib. One day this is going to happen. You're going to be the big baby walking around one fucking day. Either that or you're going to be in a haunt doing this shit.
What is it? Long Two Buddies with Chase.
Long Two Buddies with Chase Owens. I don't know.
Can you explain that? Or am I missing something? But the character, I don't want to say the character's name because I don't want it to get stolen, but I want to say that me and Matt are kind of developing a character for Devil's Falls.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, because,
that baby character would be perfect out there. This is just a long-running joke I'm going to keep for years. This is going to go on.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a damn comedian.
Get off your phone. Yeah. Anyways, this is what I go through all the time. Text.
Would you shut up?
But anyways, so what's this? You can't talk about the character. Why'd you even bring it up?
Well, I don't want to say his name.
Is it Chase Owens?
No.
Oh, I don't know. I was just messing with you. That's the only thing I come up with.
But he's because Devil Falls does not have a devil character for their.
So it's a devil.
We got a thumb went across the screen.
Woo!
But
So it's a devil. You're making a fucking devil.
No, it's not. I was before I was gonna do a devil, the devil itself, but then I said no, I want an original character. So I created, with the help of Scott, of course, he helped me come up with a name, and then I come up with how he was. Well, pretty much the character I'm developing with other people is the illegitimate son of Satan. So he's like a demigod.
No, man.
But he's from the hills.
Is it Little Nicky?
No. It's not nothing like that.
You done created Little fucking Nicky. Adam Sandler's going to be your fucking character. Really?
No, it's not. No,
God.
That was in the city. This is a hillbilly.
Hey, Vicky.
That's my cousin's wife. We're my cousins.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Hi, Vicky. But let's see.
But your little Nicky.
Okay.
Running around. I can't help it. You brought this shit on yourself.
It's not fucking Little Nicky,
See?
damn it.
Yeti's laughing at it.
No, don't encourage him, Yeti.
Too sweet. No, but anyways. So he's the illegitimate son?
Yeah. But what had happened was he come about because in my version of this, Satan has a thing for trailer park trash. So he went and banged a trailer park girl.
What are you trying to say about our area that we live in?
Well, it was trashy. But anyways. I was the illegitimate son of the honky tonk man. That's awesome. The heydays of wrestling, right, Matt?
Honky tonk man. Oh, did you see who was it that come out like the honky tonk man? Never mind. We don't need to talk about it.
It wasn't Dolph, was it?
I think it was.
Dolph Ziggler?
I think he come out to his music or some shit, but we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, the devil has a thing for Maybe it's because they're easy. I don't know. But anyways, the character I'm talking about, who doesn't have a thing for Trailer Park Girls, Clayton? Or Yeti, my bad.
I agree.
But, yeah, so the mother of this character is a whore from the trailer park, pretty much. I hadn't got more of that in detail. But yeah, people at Devil's Falls don't know I'm doing this, by the way. They don't know I'm doing this.
Surprise, Hell Falls.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. They don't have a devil character, so I'm gonna get.
Well, then.
Hopefully, they're okay with that. But if not, then I'm still gonna do it regardless, because I want it to become an iconic character. I have a thing for Trailer Park Boys. I'm not.
I like
Amy,
Trailer Park Boy.
Amy, I'm
I
not.
like
I wasn't from the trailer park. Seriously, look up Honky Tonk Matt. I've seen your pictures, Matt. You as well, is it Honky Tonk Matt? I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, duh.
Here, look it up real quick. Honky Tonk Matt. We're gonna look it up right now. And yeah, Amy, Trailer Park Boys. I lived in a. That's a good show, by the way. You should watch it, Amy, wifey.
Did you not watch it?
So, what's his name? The one that wears the Ricky.
Ricky.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna kind of base it off of too.
Oh crap! You wrestled the Honky Tonk Man?
What? So y'all did the illegitimate son before Kurt Angle did? But well, you can't see it good, but Matt, there you are.
He does look like the Honky Tonk Man. Holy
That's
shit.
awesome though.
That's funny. All right. Anyways, this is what Jimmy does. We're talking about Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival, and he goes off on Little Nicky's story. What's his name going to be? No, does he have a person name, or is it just the character name?
No, his person name is.
Oh, something that you don't want to bring up. They don't have to. It's no big deal. I'm not. No.
Where?
What?
Mm.
Don't worry about it. You can tell me later.
Yeah, but
I mean, I won't be able to make fun of it, so you might as well not tell me. I can't. Don't.
I don't think it matters really. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Hell with it.
No, well, it might matter.
No, Natus Ray. Satan spelled backwards.
Oh.
He's looking confused. What's so hard?
What's up with the Ray?
Don't. Does that not sound like Because don't like.
Oh, because of the trailer part.
Yeah, don't they usually have two first names or something? Boo.
That's right. Yeah, she's saying boo because
Boo, like I'm your boo, or boo because like that's stupid.
Video I booed. Yeah, she might be booing Natus.
Are you like thumbs down, boo? I'm kind of slow.
You can use
sometimes.
the thumb down emoji.
Yeah.
Or do they have one of them on here? They probably don't. I mean, it's probably all like inspiring emojis.
Inspiring.
Yeah. Like, oh, keep it going, guys. Oh my goodness.
Let's get those likes up, y'all. Come on now.
Yeah, let's get them likes up.
Hearts.
Jimmy will eat a hot pepper if you give us 1,000 likes.
No.
We'll eat a Ghost Reaper and some pepper.
She said the name sucks.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a suggestion, wifey?
I mean, I wasn't going to say the name sucks, but I don't have to because
the Natus is going to stay. That's going to stay. But should it just be Natus? What?
I was going to say, why don't you just make it like Natus Livid? Because it's devil spelled backwards. Satan devil.
Look, Amy being funny. Look at her. She's blowing it up.
Thanks, Natus Livid.
He said, I wrestled Honky twice.
Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah.
Well, hell yeah. I bet that was that like a dream come true for you, Matt? But, Natus.
Whatever, dude. I mean, that's fine.
Well, you got a fucking better idea?
No, I'm only here to make fun of your ideas. That's what best friends do.
One day, I will blow your mind with an idea of mine.
I know. One day. You started Tennessee Horror News. You blew my mind. Look where we've come.
What, live video on Facebook?
Yeah. Look what we're talking about.
Hey,
Candace Ray.
well, that's horror, like horror. Yeah, one of them two. Yeah, it's related to that though.
Yeah. You know what's also related to horror?
What?
The Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival
Nah, kind of.
that we went to.
We got to meet Felissa Rose.
Yeah, Felissa Rose, man, she's super nice.
Yeah, she's very
nice on the
cool.
phone, but see her in person, she's super nice too. So she's just a nice person all around.
She's like Bailey. She's a hugger.
I didn't get to hug her. She sit by the table.
She hugged me and Ashton.
Oh,
Well, you wouldn't come in there.
I was at the table doing what we were supposed to do.
He said it was fun. I can imagine so. Wrestling, man, of course. Johnny.
It wouldn't be fun for me because I'd be out of breath and I'd probably be killed. I'd break my neck or break his. So no, I'm not killed at the
Matt, since we haven't seen that, did you win or lose both times?
Couldn't have fucking
Or
beat
one
the
of the other.
honky tonk man.
Sure, he could. Maybe it was.
Oh,
Maybe
Matt's a jobber.
no. Maybe it was maybe.
Matt, are you a jobber? Just say. I mean, against the honky tonk man, you're a fucking jobber. There's no way.
No, maybe Honky Tonk Man was putting him
How
over.
old is the honky tonk man? Like, I mean, he seemed like he was like in his 40s when we was kids, you know? I'm sure he wasn't. He's probably 20 years old, but not 20, but anyways. So Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival, we did get some interviews.
He's 64 years old.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. He'd be in the 60s. Luce did us favor, favor. Was it a favor? Did an interview? It wasn't really. A favor.
Oh no,
I should say a favor.
I asked her to do if she would want to do her first interview, and
she jumped on it.
Yeah, she got to interview Carolyn Williams, but some reason you couldn't film her, so I had to set the phone.
Well, I mean that's understandable. People don't want her like her. I guess whatever manager and all that. You got to probably set that shit up through them.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, because a lot of people don't want film because if they can't, they don't know what's going to be on it. You know what I mean?
I guess they don't want you to film it and then maybe like draw a penis on their face or something.
Yeah, like you could be able to use it in some sort of other way. I mean, that's fine.
I can understand that. Yeah.
I mean, no big deal. I mean, she's still a nice person.
Oh yeah, she was
Actually all of them were pretty nice.
She was funny as hell because after I got done interviewing, or Luce got done interviewing her, we went over and talked to Adam Green, that directed Frozen, written it, and Hatchet.
Yeah, Ari Scope.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
He was cool as shit. But right when I was starting to interview her, Carolyn, he cheated the first time and the second time my team won.
Yeah. I don't believe it, Matt. Sorry. If you didn't take pictures, it didn't happen.
There's
on video.
There's video somewhere, right, Matt? But
they didn't take pictures of it. No. Anyway.
Yeah. But while I was interviewing Adam, you hear Carolyn in the background start singing. Here, I'll play a little bit of the beginning of the Adam, just so you can hear the audio, because it's pretty funny.
I know. And the one thing I wish I'd have paid attention to was Adam Green and the Ari Scope or Ari Scope on YouTube, because I do watch that stuff. What is it? How's it pronounced?
Hold on. Here's the audio.
We've been listening to this song. Anyway, so sorry.
Over jamming out,
Yeah. Now I heard that song when I was on my way to work this morning, so
what's this?
It's stuck in my head. But
ooh, where's Yeti? Yeti, come on in, dude. Look, that we can have people come up and be in the video with us.
Oh, because it's on your phone?
No, because it's on the group and not the page.
Cool. I'm going to move this microphone out of my way.
We don't need it.
We don't need that. But what was we talking about when we left? It was such a long time ago. It took us forever to try to get a feed up. But I don't know. Claims that Wi-Fi's not working yet. We have 4 bars. I don't think your repeater can handle. You know what I'm saying? The load.
It says 1 minute ago.
Hey.
Yeah, I know.
Can't handle the load.
Load.
Anyway, but so we was at the Full Moon Festival, and Adam Green was talking about Aeroscope. Remember, you was telling your Adam Green story, and he was playing you video, which you will get to see in this. sometime. I don't even know how long this has been. Are we putting this up on the podcast too?
Yeah.
Hopefully you edit some of this out.
Oh well. Or not, I don't know.
Dude, don't be lazy.
I'm not lazy.
Don't be lazy.
You're lazy.
This. So don't be lazy on this.
I won't be.
I didn't say you're lazy. Why am I lazy?
I don't know.
But, so we had a really good time. We met a lot of people at the Full Moon Festival. And 16th annual, by the way. But we met, who was it from Horomino?
Yeah.
Who was it? I don't know. But it's someone off of Horomino, which is the first person we've ever actually met that knew what Horomino was, right?
Yeah, that blew my mind anyways.
Yeah, and then, which Jimmy talks to all these people. I don't usually talk to any of them because I'm not huge on social media.
Lame.
Yeah, I'm lame, guys. I'm lame. But,
Can y'all hear this good, whoever's watching?
But,
we're not, well, Yeti's type. I don't know if he's watching,
but we also met, Isaac. Right? Isaac. And,
yeah.
he's got an awesome family. They dressed up as Stranger Things characters. It's just pretty fucking awesome.
For shizzle.
And we met, who was his name? Eli?
But yeah, who's that, Eli?
Was his name Eli? I don't know his name. The Music City Horde? Didn't we meet him? Was his name?
Yeah.
Is his name Eli? You know him.
Yeah,
you talk to him. I don't talk to him, so that's why I have a hard thing with people. I have a hard time with names.
Eli?
Phillips.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time with names because I don't talk to these people, which, I mean, we do appreciate the support, though. I mean, I know Isaac, of course, but the others that you talk to, I don't know.
Yeah. Isaac is, he's a patron.
Yeah, cool dude. He gave us a book, which I am going to read. Be the only book I've read. But I am going to get around to reading it.
It's almost time for bed, bud.
Look at that. It's Yeti.
Ah, it worked. I'll be damned.
You gotta do it on the group instead of the page.
Oh.
But, bye.
Hi, bud.
See you
You want to come say hi?
Hello, Notch.
It's not much.
Oh.
It's Shimmy.
Oh.
Look at that shirt. Look, we're both here in their wrestling shirts, and Yeti's got the Tennessee Hornets shirt on. We repping the Hornets.
Oh.
We don't FaceTime because we don't Apple.
Oh.
Because Android Master Race, that's why. Isn't that right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you just say Android masturbates?
Master Race.
I said Android Master Race.
Please don't talk.
Yeah,
Don't.
hell, down with Apple.
No.
Oh.
He said he wanted an iPad the other day, and I was like, no, that's not going to happen.
iPad?
Ever.
What's an iPad?
That's right.
Hey,
It's an
Yeti.
iPad.
Yeti, get me.
iPad.
Why don't you go do kid stuff?
Hey, Yeti, get him a regular tablet and just put an Apple on it. Hey, I was going to say, how was the zombie walk? Because you did the zombie walk in Knoxville while we was at the festival.
Yeah, it was the turnout down there wasn't all that great because it was just a cold, wet bucket of suck down there.
Oh, man. It was pretty bad in Nashville, too. Wasn't it? Pretty cold.
Oh, it was very cold.
Rainy. Yeah, it was no good. But it looked like the Nashville zombie walk had a good turnout.
Yeah,
The old Dano set up or helped set up.
I saw pictures from that. It looked pretty good. I'm gonna try to either go up there or go to a full moon next year. Get in the middle of something bigger.
I'd like, it was cool as shit. You know, only bad part, I'm not gonna There wasn't. It was awesome. It was a little too small.
It's tight quarters.
Yeah, but I guess you got to work with what you got. But it was fun. We met a lot of cool people. We met the guys from Tennessee Race Chasers,
Yeah, cool dude.
and then oh yeah, they want us to come out and do something with it, don't they?
They said they really want to. I think they're doing that.
And then we got to meet the guys from Mass Destruction Clothing.
Yeah,
They hooked us up with. Yeah, they're in. I guess he's from Winchester or something. Then Estill Springs. The shop is in Oklahoma. Who was it beside him? The whole time that she was helping? The ones that made that shirt? We watched the video earlier. Yeah, I'm sorry I forgot your name, but I'll put them in the link.
Mayville, Tennessee is home of the Small Burger.
Do you know that, Yeti? What was that movie you watched or you reviewed today?
It's called Sacrilege. It was a little demon girl trapped inside a music box that made people go crazy and talked them into killing themselves. It was pretty good. Pretty good.
So is it a thumbs up?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was a cool ass movie, and I've noticed over the past couple of months we've gotten a lot of screeners from High Octane Pictures. None of them have been bad. Those dudes don't put out movies that aren't cool.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I wish I was a writer or a good enough writer to write reviews, but I got burned out on writing reviews for haunts this season. I'm not doing it no more.
Oh man, just that one was just I don't know. It wasn't bad. I mean, I get why they're so in depth, but I'm just I don't know. I feel a bunch of pressure from guidelines. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm sitting there.
Yeah, can't do what you want to do with it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, my last review for Slaughterhouse, that took me a whole week to do. I would do little bits and pieces here. Yeah, I'm glad it's over though.
It took me hour and a half probably to knock out that one.
Well,
I thought it was hard.
Yeti's a fucking professional though.
Do you read?
Yeah, almost constantly.
All right, because see, I think that's why you're probably a better
Usually
writer.
I'm just read. I mean that's a theory. I've heard that's a thing.
Because when I read, I end up drifting off into thinking of other shit. So my mind starts wondering about other things. So I have a hard time. So that's why I just choose not to read books. I mean, granted, I could read articles and shit, but when you get into a book and a story,
I guess I got a shitty attention span.
Well, I start thinking about the story, and then different shit. It's just weird.
Yeah,
I'm sure other people do it too.
I have a problem with getting into a book and then forgetting I have a life. Just be sorry guys, reading a book, I can't help you. Sorry kid, you're gonna have to cook your own dinner.
Yeah. Sorry about your luck.
No. Yeah, you better figure out how to get in the freezer and get them nuggets.
I'm trying to invite people to the live stream because we had 2 or 3 last time, and now they're gone. I don't know what.
Well, I mean, after
I think
20 minutes to come back up, I mean.
I think Yeti was one of them. So.
Yeah. Like I said, it took 20 minutes to come back up. So yeah, and they're probably yeah, they got other shit to do. Friday night.
Not mean to make it damn. There ain't no new horror movies coming out in the next couple of days or next week or so. Or
Jigsaw came out.
Well, Jigsaw.
It came out last couple of weeks ago.
Dixon, I thought it was already out.
It just said.
I ain't seen it though, so I don't know about it. Yeah, look at this. This motherfucker's crazy. Let's just do it at the same time.
Everybody.
Okay. Well, we're getting more people on, so we probably should talk about something.
What are you talking about?
Hey, Eddie, what's those tattoos on your head?
I got a set of horns and I don't know if I can get them in the light real good, but
Oh, let's see the
Yeah.
horns.
I see it.
Taking names down.
Oh, cool. Did that hurt?
yeah, oh God, did they ever? It was
So a head, like a top of the head tattoo, was pretty painful.
Dude.
Yeah, is the top of the head a sensitive place to get tattooed?
oh man, it was excruciating. I got another one over here on the side of my head. It put me into shock. And
God.
top of my head, on my head. It was rough.
Yeah, Johnny, that's one thing he did though. He got a tattoo at the festival.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet tattoo.
I like it.
Show it off.
So
Go downstairs.
me and Johnny's wanting to get the bat wing tattooed on us somewhere, the TriStar bat wing. But not sure where we're gonna do it or what.
Hell yeah.
We're dedicated to TN horror. Yeah, next week though we got pretty exciting. We get to interview George C. Romero.
Oh. No.
That's gonna be awesome. Rise of the Living Dead.
Get him in bed, but I'll
trying to get.
holler at him a little bit.
All right, man.
All right, so we're going to try this again. Like I said, we left off with Adam Green.
Yeah.
Jimmy was talking to him. We got the interview of him. And
He's a really cool guy. I don't know if I said that already, probably did. But we're definitely looking forward to seeing Victor Crowley, which you haven't seen none of the Hatchet, have you? So you guys see them. They're pretty fucking funny.
I haven't got a chance to watch them, so. But anyways, yeah.
I don't
So they
remember-
made a Hatchet 4.
Yeah, so Victor Crowley's the name of
Yeah.
it. So yeah, check that out when it comes out, and we'll hopefully can get to see it soon.
Kane Hodder was there.
Got to talk to him for a second, so hopefully
Did you ever get a hold of Judy and ask her?
not yet, but
Not yet, dude. That's something you plan out.
we're gonna do that, but we're gonna
You need to reach out to her now, today.
I'll do it after I get off here. What do you think, Say? Tell her that
Kane said, "Hey, hit him up."
1st of December for an interview.
Yeah, the beginning part of December to do an interview. He said he ain't gonna have nothing going on. I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, that's what he said. I mean, you ain't lying about it. So.
I asked him. I said, "Do we or it could be next year because I don't want to rush him or whatever." And he was like, "I ain't got nothing going on in December. Just get a hold of me in the first week of December. So hopefully, sometime in the beginning of December or so around
we
there,
get an interview with him. That'd be cool.
That's
Talk
gonna be
about
awesome.
Death House and
Friday the 13th, the game and all that process, and
Smothered.
oh yeah,
You can talk to him about Smothered. I haven't watched that movie either. She has some big old fake bajongas.
Bajongas. what R.A. Mahalo say about that?
I don't remember, but
Yeah, that's pretty funny. But
that interview was a while ago.
oh man, that was a long time ago.
But
now I want to get a D. Wallace interview. We were supposed to get one, but that fell through.
there was a lot of people there, though. I mean, that was kind of.
And we was trying to get Danielle Harris, but she kept on, not kept on. She anytime
They had her doing stuff. So
yeah. So we was trying to get to talk to her, but every time we had a chance to talk to her, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is we didn't our schedules, I guess,
yeah,
didn't go together good or ever. Anyways, but who else did we see there?
Sid.
Sid, yeah. We didn't get to talk to him much, but or did?
No,
I talked to
yeah,
him for
you
a
talked to
second
him.
by myself.
He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, he looked like he's having fun though, and like Carolyn Williams, I was showing the video earlier that she was singing when we was trying to, or when I was trying to interview Adam Green.
Yeah.
So,
And then Tony Moran was there.
I think he was drunk by the time we got over there. It was pretty funny to see that. He looked like he was having a good time too.
Yeah.
And it was Ben and Stacy's 10th wedding anniversary.
I don't know if it was their 10th. I wouldn't.
Yeah, it was. So congratulations to them. I already said it, but I'm
Yeah.
going to say it again.
And we appreciate Ben and Stacy for putting it on and helping support us and
Oh, yeah.
all the support they give to us. And we appreciate all the other people, the people that listen, people that comment, and just everybody that participates with us and talks to us and, you know, is out there. We
Yep.
appreciate that shit.
For sure. But all the interviews, I don't know if they're going to be before this. They'll probably be before this video, but
Why wouldn't they be after this video?
okay.
Because I did the intro for this video.
Yeah. Yeah, so
This guy.
after, sorry, I'm getting sleepy. After this, right here, you'll see one interview from Adam Green.
By Jim Jam.
Well, no, we'll do the blacked out Carolyn Williams interview from Lucy.
Luce.
Luce, oh my bad, Luce.
I
And
kept
then-
calling her Lucy and her name was Luce.
And then it'll go into the Adam Green because that chronological order.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll have our little wrap up with Luce. She did a little wrap up video with us, so
Yeah.
all that'll be after this. And
We say we almost died, but we didn't. That was just a joke.
yeah.
Just want that out there. That is a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? Not
Oh
trying
yeah, but we had a lot of fun and
Yeah.
can't wait. Can't wait till next year. See what goes on. See who they get and all that. But for next for us is, yeah, you got that there. Sweet
Can't
ass.
really see
Thank you.
it. I got that on that side, but you can't really see that one either.
But
But anyways,
yep. Coming up next though for us festival wise is our huge party in Conuga.
Conuga.
We got a panel in that and some
Yep.
movie screenings. So
Y'all should check out Conuga if you're from Middle Tennessee. Conuga is fun. It's a multi-fandom convention, so
like
if
any
you're into comics and superheroes and horror, man, fucking places.
anime,
Yeah, anime, like anything.
Yeah.
It's fucking fun.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
a good time because we actually broke off or, went to a couple panels and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that place a lot.
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll do it again, but they had a supernatural panel last year.
Yeah.
It was cool. So you get
Couldn't get a word in though. I couldn't get a word in. I tried, but I couldn't. So
Yeah,
it's okay. But it's fun because they'll have a bunch of panels going on at one time. And it's not like huge amounts of people. So,
Yeah.
20, 30 people can get in there. Maybe 10 or 15 show up, if that. But you can participate. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yep.
But you can see that video and the stuff from that one.
That's on our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
But
there's another podcast on it.
so yeah, check all that out and
Like and share this video and subscribe to all of our social medias.
yeah, the next time you can see us live, if you want to, Conuga.
Yep. Conuga.
So, are we done?
Away we go. Away
Are
we
we-
go?
What? That's all we got, y'all.
No. No.
Oh, hold on.
No, we're just doing away we go, dude.
This is the intro.
Yeah, this is still the intro because you're introing into the other videos. We
So
didn't even do an outro.
the live video from earlier is before this, though.
I guess they're all before this. I don't know.
I'm fucking confused.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, ready? Away we go.
I guess.
Too sweet, too sweet, too sweet.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Cease and desist. Cease and desist. Shit.
We start now? Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Luce, Allan from TN Horror News, and I am here with the lovely actress and producer, Caroline Williams.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Love it.
Yeah, so do you have any upcoming projects coming up or anything you'd like to talk about?
Well, I do have Blood Feast, which is the remake of Herschel Gordon Lewis's 1963 classic.
Awesome.
Marcel Waltz directed. We shot in Europe, and it's going to be in theaters Thanksgiving week.
Oh, wonderful.
We'll be in AMC, Cinemark, and Regal Cinemas with an R rating, finally. And we are soon to sign with a distributor for our Canadian and European distribution for the director's cut.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So you'll be able to see that in a theater near you by Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I heard that you've also been a producer for several, like you had a short film. I know you had The Lycanthropist. Are you going to do any more producing anytime soon?
Well, I haven't actually produced anything that has actually gone into production yet. Those credits on IMDb just simply show that I am signed as producer and I am going to be trying to get those projects off the ground. So I'm waiting to see if those things are going to happen. It's always about trying to get the money and financing and stuff like that.
It can be difficult.
Yeah, it's hard. That's the worst part of the business.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, you can go.
Oh, well, you can't. I know a lot of independent horror, you have to, a lot of them do Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and then I see a lot of them, the movie will they'll record the movie or something, and 3 years from now it'll come out finally. Does that happen to you a lot, or any of your movies?
No, I don't do Indiegogo or Kickstarter things. I usually don't. The people that hire me usually have budgets.
Yeah.
And Indiegogo and Kickstarter are great if you're making your first film and your budget isn't going to have to be more than 10 or 15 or 20. You can still make a damn good movie for 40 grand. We shot contracted for 40 grand over 14 days. It can be done. It's just very, very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're here at the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival.
Yes.
How is it different from other festivals that you've been at, and how's your time here been?
Well, part of the reason it's so different is Ben Dixon and Stacy have the Full Moon Tattoo shop. And he's a very prominent and well-known tattoo artist. And the fact that there are so many tattoo artists from around the world that gather here, it adds an incredibly artistic and interesting element to the proceedings.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot of fun to observe. I'm going to be getting my first ink from Ben at Full Moon on Sunday night, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think it just brings in more and different and interesting people, and it just brings an angle to the show that's really fun.
Oh, yeah. What made you decide to get a tattoo this weekend?
Just a confluence of events. My life has started taking off in a lot of different ways. I love Ben. I trust him as an artist. I've never had one before, and I thought, hey, maybe it's time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you say where you're going to get it or what you're going to get, or is it just...
You know what? I don't really know. I know I want something that's easily hidden around my ankle or my foot. And I've thought of a variety of things, but I'm going to leave a lot of it up to Ben to just freehand.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I guess making movies, you definitely want to have something to cover it up, because so makeup artists don't have to cover up with makeup, right?
Or just wear shoes.
Yeah,
That's true.
There's that too.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
What was that one? And we was looking through the IMDb stuff, and we saw that you didn't know about the chainsaw.
No. Everything in a movie is scripted.
Well, I'm talking about.
And-
They said something about you didn't know about it.
Like a real chainsaw?
Until it actually happened.
Well, no. I had never used a chainsaw before.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
So when it came time to film certain key scenes, I didn't know what it was going to feel like or what it was going to be like, and I had no idea what to expect. So, it was a bit of a surprise. I had to have a little time to practice with it and play with it and figure out what it was,
Yeah. I heard that you ran to the audition room screaming, like ran down the hallway. So what made you decide to do that? Because that's really clever.
Well, it was very quiet with people going in and out of the room, and the script was very action oriented, and I knew they were looking for somebody that was going to be physical and you know, play the action. So, you know, I just went ahead and did it.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, I say that was. I bet they didn't know what to do. Did they? Was it Toby?
Toby and Kit Carson, yes.
That's so cool.
Also Bill Mosley. Oh, what was it like working with Bill?
You know, we had a great time. We had never met until we did the film together. We hit it off as friends from the beginning. You know, he's got a ton of energy. We had a great time just kind of telling stories to each other and hanging out and doing stuff. I mean, it was great.
That's awesome.
And who played Leatherface in two? Was it
Bill Johnson.
Bill Johnson, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Was he pretty good to work with?
Sure. I mean, you know, you get a group of actors together. They're chosen very deliberately, and everybody's really interested in making sure everything's right. And we had a great time.
Awesome.
That's him, right?
Yes, that's Bill Johnson.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, how was it making this picture?
That is not a movie. It's a photo session that I did with Jeremy Saffer. He's the foremost rock and metal photographer in the business right now. There's another one here as well, Chad Lee, who's been in the business a long, long time. And Jeremy does a lot of covers for a lot of different magazines. And we met, decided we wanted to work together, and did a whole session with a lot of different looks. So it was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great picture.
Oh, sorry. Also, I want to talk about. I just ask you about. Have you heard that they're wanting to do a standalone of something called All American Massacre? I think Toby's son is doing it. It never took off. And
Yeah, so there's probably nothing about that, actually. It is an amazing song by the band Wednesday 13. And at the Whiskey A Go-Go a couple of months ago, I got to introduce the song to the crowd at the Whiskey A Go-Go. So that was awesome.
It's amazing.
I just ran across it. I don't know how. Maybe I was just messing around on YouTube, but I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer for All American Massacre, and it was only Bill that was in it. And they made a trailer for it just for Kickstarter, but it never happened. And I think he's trying to resurrect it again. So I didn't know, you know.
I don't know a thing about it.
I didn't know if you might have seen the trailer for it, because it looks pretty crazy to see him as chopped up again. So, yeah, so I
Room's filling up again.
appreciate you coming on.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Hope you
You got a
enjoyed
free musical
the
performance with that.
Sorry for the glitches and stuff. You got it going?
Yeah.
The rest, we're here with Adam Green, director, writer, actor. Out to the Full Moon Festival, and also everything she does for Tennessee. Keep it. Check out all our social
You know you're
media.
gonna get a free musical performance with this one.
Instagram, Twitter.
These are
You
my
can also
backup
hear this
singers.
on Google Play.
Austin's my hype man. Whatever I say, he just repeats really loudly.
Blueberry.
He usually wears a
To make
clock
it even better.
of himself.
Don't go that way. Okay. She just flashed us. She's streaking.
Imagine being on set with these people.
Say it's a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, this is why we need 80 days to shoot anything.
How many? How long would the DVD? Okay, we'll just go into it. How long would the DVD be if you kept everything? Or I guess put would it be a 2-disc set or more?
If we kept everything we shot, sadly, honestly, it'd be about 30 seconds longer because we never have enough time to do anything. So what you see is what we got.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. All right. I remember Frozen. That was, oh man, that was a nail biter right there. I can't remember how long. I guess I watched it whenever it came out. What year was that?
2010.
Yeah, man, that was. I'm like, how the hell did they get forgot about on the ski lift? But didn't they go up When no one...
It was human error, and
Okay.
it actually is something that has happened many, many times.
Oh, okay.
There were a couple. So where I grew up in Massachusetts, there were mountains like Wachusett and even like Ward Hill, where they were only open Friday through Sunday.
Yeah.
And except for like Christmas break and stuff, but they just didn't have the business. So when the movie came out, there were a couple reviews that were like, once you can get over the absurd idea that a ski mountain would be closed during the, like they are.
Yeah.
But there was one that was like so scathing, saying this could never happen, and then it happened opening weekend in Russia. And you can look it up, and a dude's just same thing, just somebody fucked up, and they found him the next day. He was lighting his money on fire and throwing it in the air, and somebody found him, but he had severe hypothermia. It was terrible. And then they pulled the review down and changed it and gave the movie a great review. And I'm like, motherfucker, you can't do that. Like, stand by your stupid words and own it. Like, but yeah, it is funny how when you do something like that, which no one ever said it's a true story or anything, which we could have. You know, we could have done the inspired by true events, but we didn't need to. And but whenever you do a survival story like that, or something that's more grounded and like this could really happen if everything went wrong, people get really like defensive. This like wall comes up of like, no, you're not going to scare me. I'm gonna find every hole in this, and it's been fun. Years later, 7-8 years later now, there's still people that want to try to challenge it, and it's like, it's hilarious. It's like, first of all, dude, it's a movie, but keep going. Like, yeah.
I will go in, since we got limited time, go into Hatchet. What was, you wrote that and everything, right?
Yeah.
So what was what got you writing that and made you want to write that?
I was 8 years old at summer camp, and the counselors on the first day, they were like, don't go near this cabin or Hatchet Face will get you. And I was already into all this stuff. So I was like, who's Hatchet Face? And they didn't have anything. They didn't have a story. They didn't know who Hatchet Face was. I'm like, well, what's he going to do? And they're like, he'll get you. I'm like, the fuck is that? Like, come on. So that night when we were going to sleep, the other kids were like, do you think Hatchet Face will get us? And it was just the cabin where they partied, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I made up this whole story about a deformed boy, and the house caught fire because kids were throwing firecrackers at it. And when the dad came home, he was chopping on the door and he hit the kid in the face, and now the kid haunts and a lot of the kids in the cabin started crying, and then the counselors called my parents and they were gonna send me home. But my whole life I was like, I'm gonna make the Victor Crowley movie someday. And the name was just something that sounded scary to me. It's not based on anything, which every other director that I looked up to when I was coming up, they were like, you need to come up with a story about where that name came from. Say it's like the guy in your neighborhood that used to like skin cats or something. But honestly, it just sounded good. And so I always had that story in my mind. And then in the mid-2000s, I just was really disenchanted with the genre because it wasn't what I loved about it anymore. If you recall, it was a lot of like really vicious, mean-spirited stuff, like torture porn, and a lot of remakes and PG-13 slasher movies. Like, what the fuck is that? So I just made the movie I wanted to see again. And when I wrote it, and then the script went around town, I got a lot of work off of it, but nobody wanted to make it because they all kept saying the same thing, like, slasher movies are dead, like, this feels like an 80s movie. I'm like, I know, right? It's fun. And they're like, the other big complaint was, is it funny or is it scary? Because you have these really graphic, bloody kills, which to me, gore is not scary. I think it's funny. And they just didn't really get it. So I would get notes like, take out the comedy or take out how graphic the kills are. And anyway, one thing led to another. We ended up making it independently ourselves. And I had no idea it was going to go this far. I mean, 10 years later, 4 movies, Halloween masks, comic books. It's amazing. And that the fans are what built it. You know, it's never had marketing, it's never had advertising, it's just always been the fans. So it's great.
It's one thing I love about independent horror, because all these Hollywood movies, well, not all of them, but a lot of them are just terrible. And, you know, they got millions of dollars backing them.
Well, there's a reason for that, and it's not something that people like you or I want to admit, but it's true. Like, they could put out a new Nightmare on Elm Street tomorrow, and the tagline could be the worst movie ever made. You and I would both see it, and we would also buy the DVD and the Blu-ray because we need to have all of them in our collection. And they know that, so they don't care about the fans, and they'll tell you that in meetings. They're like, we don't want to hear what the fans want. We have them. How do we get other people? And then it's like, cast this TV star or this YouTuber, or it's like, it's math and trying to, it's a business. So they don't really care about us so much. And they're right though, because it's true. They could, like, a new Halloween could come out tomorrow and they could say, like, this is terrible. I would see it in a minute, like, because I love Halloween. So that's why that happens.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask too, real quick, between Hatchet 1 and Hatchet 2, you had two different characters playing the same role. Danielle Harris is in 2 through 3 and 4 now, right? What happened with that, or just?
Well, it's an example of trying to make lemonade out of lemons. It's like when it was starting to become evident that it just was not going to work out with Tamara Feldman any further. It's like, do I scrap this bigger picture thing that I had planned on doing the whole time, all because the girl in the Taco Bell commercials is being difficult? Like, and it was really just, she got bad advice from her representation, who thought they had us over a barrel and could command all this money. And she lost. And so instead we replaced her with the biggest scream queen of our generation. And everybody was very forgiving of it, but it is that one inconsistency. But who really gets the last laugh in all this is Danielle, because she auditioned for the first one and blew us away, of course. But at the time, I already had Kane Hodder, Tony Todd, Robert Englund, Josh Leonard, Mercedes McNabb, and I felt like if I cast one more horror icon, this is going to be a fucking convention movie, or it's just going to be like almost like that's what it is. It's just a collection of icons. So I didn't go with Danielle. I went with the unknown, who did fantastic. And the good news is, in recent years, Tamara and I are friends, and she's, she regrets it. She made a mistake, and it's sad. But I love that when we premiered the new one, we hit it as a 10th anniversary screening, and then we secretly, unveiled the new movie. And I love that she was there to celebrate with everybody, and that the fans were excited to see her there, and that she'll always be part of the family and be part of it. And that's the happy ending to all of it.
I'm saying Hollis. Is it Holliston? Mm-hmm. Is that? I see it's a TV series. Is that besides Victor Crowley? Is that what you're currently working on?
Yeah, Holliston was like, that's my most passion project of anything. That's all I've ever wanted to do. The first movie I ever made was called Coffee and Donuts, and I made it for $400 in 1998. So back then, that was really unheard of. And the movie won a film festival, and then that's what got me signed by an agent and stuff. And it was developed as a sitcom for UPN, and Tom Shadyac was producing it, who did Bruce Almighty and Ace Ventura. It was like dream come true. Like, I can't believe this is happening. And then the very week that I turned in the script, there was a merger between UPN and the WB to become the CW network. So all development was frozen, and they held the rights for 5 years, so I couldn't touch it. So then, in the meantime, I went on to make Hatchet and Spiral and Grace and Frozen, and then the rights came back to me. And then G4, if you remember that network, is like a gaming network. They had called and they're like, we want to do a show centered around you and Joe Lynch. Like, do you have any ideas? I'm like, I've got just the idea. And they bought it. But I didn't sign my contract that time because I learned my lesson. And sure enough, there was a merger, and G4 became Esquire. And so the show died again, but I still owned it. And then a year later, FearNet, which I thought was a website, was like, we need original programming. Peter Block, who produced Frozen, was the president of FearNet. And I'm like, aren't you a website? He's like, no, it's a cable network. I'm like, you got to change the name, dude. FearNet, that sounds like a website.
Yeah.
And so they licensed the show from my company, Aeroscope, and we got to make season 1, which hit, and then we got to do season 2 right away. And season 2 was even bigger, and then they ordered season 3, and then Dave Brockie, who was Oderus Urungus on the show, and of course lead singer for Gwar, suddenly passed away. And then like a few days later, the network was swallowed up in another merger between Time Warner Cable and Comcast or something, so they got rid of FearNet. and it was like one of the worst things I've ever been through. I mean, to lose your best friend, to lose your show. I went through a divorce in that same week. I mean, like straight up 13 days, it all fell out. So I was in a pretty bad place for a long time, and making a new Hatchet movie, oddly enough, is what kind of brought me back and helped. But we are going to continue with Holliston. But it's hard when you have a show that was branded as a network's first original series, even though they didn't develop it, they just licensed it, just like showing Hatchet on their network or whatever. But it was branded as a FearNet show, so other networks don't really want a show that was branded as another network's show, especially a network that went under, and most fans pirated Holliston because they didn't know how else to see it. Like they took way too long to put it out on home video or iTunes or anything like that. And FearNet was supposed to be carried in like 70 million homes, but it was really carried in like 7. And so it's a challenge to get it going again. But that's the most popular thing that I've ever done. I mean, every fan who comes up, that's what they want to talk about. I'm on tour right now, and almost every night someone's got Holliston tattoos and stuff, and it's
Has to be awesome to see that.
it really is. And one way or another, we will do season 3 this next year. I do a short film for the Aries Cup site every year for Halloween. This is our 19th annual one, and this year's is a Holliston short, which will be up I think in the next like 24 hours. So it'll go on, and I think it's the whole story of Hatchet, of just not giving up and not accepting no for an answer. I think a lot of people need to hear that stuff, because whether you want to make movies or just fucking lose weight, like whatever it is you want to do, like you can do it if you just don't accept the negativity around you, don't listen to it, like you can do anything you put your mind to, but you got to surround yourself with great people, and that's the key.
Definitely. Well, I remember seeing the Marrow. How'd you come up with that one?
So I get sent a lot of crazy fan mail from people, and some of it's super out there, weird shit. And one day I got a package, it was a giant envelope, and it was from a guy claiming that Victor Crowley is real, and I fucked it all up, and I didn't tell the story right. And there was like pictures of swamps, and it's like, you said he lives in Honey Island Swamp. He really died here, and it was just fan fiction, but it was really elaborate. And so jokingly, I said to the other guys at work, I'm like, what if we go interview this guy and tell him to prove it, and we'll document the whole thing because it's ridiculous. And ultimately it was, well, we don't want to confuse the Hatchet universe with that, and what if this guy deliverances me out in the swamp? So I'm like, yeah, all right, let's not do that. And then the very next week or 2 weeks, there was a Fangoria convention in LA, and just like this, and there was a line of people, and this one dude comes through with this pamphlet called Digging Up the Marrow, and he says, I just want to give you this to thank you for the inspiration, and he leaves. So that night I look at it, and I realize it's artist Alex Pardee, who I owned a lot of his artwork. It was hanging in my house, but I didn't know what he looked like, so I didn't know it was him. And I'm reading this pamphlet, and whenever Alex does an art exhibit, he does it, there's a theme, there's a story. It's not just pictures on a wall. And Digging Up the Marrow was about a former police detective who was convinced that monsters are real and they live underground in a place called the Marrow. So whenever somebody's born like horrifically deformed, where do they go? You don't just see them walking around everywhere, and it's because they go down to this world where they can be at peace. And I'm like, wait a minute, so what if that detective was the guy who sent me that package? And what if we all play ourselves and we do it like a documentary, but it's it's monsters, it's not Victor Crowley? And the whole idea kind of came to me really fast, but it was weird because it's like, are people going to accept us playing ourselves, but it's fiction, and it's a documentary, but it's not? So one thing we did was we made sure to cast a known face as the guy. So we got Ray Wise from fucking everything, Twin Peaks, and God knows what else. And that way people knew we weren't trying to hoax them, that it's a movie, it's just being told in a way that's a little more realistic than usual. And we didn't tell anybody what we were really making, because we knew it would sound too weird when people heard that we were playing ourselves, that they would be like, the fuck is this? So we just said we're making an art documentary. And then when it was done, we surprise screened it at Button-on-the-Thon in Austin, and it just went from there. And it's one of my favorite things we've done because it's so unique.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get to make more.
Oh yeah, I would love to see a sequel to it, or prequel, however you want to do it. But I appreciate you doing this interview with us, and yeah, you got social media you want to put out there?
Sure, yeah. My Twitter is at Adam_Effin_Green. My podcast is called The Movie Crypt. It's on iTunes and everywhere that you listen to podcasts. And that's about it.
All right, well, appreciate it, and thank you for doing this.
What's up, guys? Johnny Leroy, Luce.
Hey guys.
Jim Jam.
Jim Jam, man.
Guys, we almost died today.
She smiles about dying.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
But we was out there in the tent. They put us out in the tent, and it almost blew away.
Tornado come through and tried to kill us.
Yeah, but huge well, not really, but
It was an F minus.
we're gonna say that we almost died just because. Yeah.
It was scary, like the way it was moving.
Yeah.
It did seem like a tornado or something.
Yeah, because they did not have the tent strapped down.
No.
I had to go jump on the edge of the tent to pull it down so it didn't fly away.
We lost power.
Yeah.
It was
And then,
freezing.
and it was freezing, and then the tent almost flew away, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
It was freezing with wind, which makes it worse.
Yeah, so
Way worse.
And now it's raining, so the rain would have been coming in on us.
so we're in the hallway,
Yeah.
but it's dry.
Dry and kind of pretty
It's
warm.
warmer,
Until
warmer.
the smokers got to go outside.
Yeah, thankfully it's raining, so the smokers don't want to go out. But otherwise, we're having a good time meeting people.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Luce got to interview Carolyn Williams.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Her first interview.
Yeah. I was so nervous, but she was so sweet, so I'm really glad I got to do it.
And then I got to interview Adam Green, of course, Hatchet.
I sat here and talked to people. They come by.
Because Johnny's a bullshitter.
Yeah. I had fun talking to people.
Amen.
Was you an asshole to anybody?
No.
Or is that just to me?
Just to you.
Oh, okay.
To your kids.
Well,
You and your kids.
they're used to it.
Yeah.
They got an asshole for a father, so.
Yeah. But
I think I rubbed off because he's a jerk.
yeah, he is actually.
He got a smart ass mouth too.
But yeah, so I mean, we're having a good time. I mean, I've had a good time, and
Me
we're gonna be
too.
here tomorrow, and
Yeah, hopefully we can maybe we'll start interviewing people.
maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe do some live videos or something.
Yeah. Johnny's gonna get a tattoo tomorrow.
Yeah, 11 a.m.
Really?
I'm gonna record
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna record that.
Whoa.
I'm gonna want to see him
The
squirming.
guy that did this tattoo.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
He's gonna get the hydro on that arm.
Are you going to add to it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm
cool.
gonna get on the back. Well, I'll show you after we get done with this.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we're doing a video, but I'm talking.
It's okay.
There we go. Off topic.
Yeah,
Right?
that's how it goes.
Well, you was on the podcast. Was it 2 weeks ago?
I think it was
3
2
weeks
3
ago.
weeks, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know that we get off topic very
Very
Yeah.
easily. Easily. But yeah, it's been a good time.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here for just a little bit longer, and then head back to Manchester. Come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. and be here all day, probably till another 9ish, 10ish.
Everybody.
They're gonna be here Sunday too for 4 hours. I think it'll be open from 12 to 4. But we're not gonna be here Sunday.
Carolyn Williams is getting a tattoo.
Is she?
And it's her first tattoo.
Really?
Yeah, she wanted us to come and film it. But it's
When?
Sunday.
No,
Sunday.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, so I got
Sunday they got a good panel too.
Was it horror
with Kane
heroes?
Hodder and Sid and right.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that would be awesome.
It's at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, man.
Stop, Jamie,
Yeah.
stop.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Like I say, Jimmy's badass kids messing with the camera for no reason.
Be quiet.
For no reason at all. Just.
But I wish I could. Maybe let's just both call out of work Monday and just come down here Sunday also.
Well, we could come down Sunday. I mean, it's only till 4.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we could come down Sunday
Beep, beep.
just to go watch that panel.
Well,
Yes, he will.
we'll come back with some more, and then
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Luce. Sorry.
It's okay.
She's got
Yeah, we've been
homework.
calling her Lucy this whole time, but her name's Luce.
It's all good.
That's my fault.
But, yeah, we
Luce. I thought it was
You
like
started it.
a fancy way to spell Lucy, but no. Jim Jam was right for once.
So
His
good.
pronunciation and reading's not that great, so I couldn't take his word for it. I'm sorry.
That's good.
Couldn't.
So yeah, we're talk to more
He
later.
does say horror.
Horror.
Horror. Horror,
just making
horror,
fun
same
of him.
thing.
He's trying to end it, and I'm just keep making fun of him. No, we'll
You say
hit
potato,
y'all
I
up.
say tomato. You say potato,
We
I
out.
say tomato.
Peace.
Wait, what? I just said you say potato, I say tomato.
Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Sorry for all the glitches and stuff. The rest, hope you enjoyed the interviews, and we'd like to thank Luce for coming out to the Full Moon Festival and also everything she does for Tennessee Horror News. Check out all our social media. We got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can also hear this on Google Play, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Blueberry, and also YouTube. Hope y'all enjoy it. That's all we got. We out. Peace.